Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got some more emulation news to talk about in this video. But before I get to that, I want to mention the humble Capcom Rising bundle that's going on right now. I mentioned it in my game deals video, but I know some of you guys don't keep up with that series, but the humble Capcom Rising bundle is something you need to know about. Now, yes, I am partnered with them now, so I have a little bit more incentive on promoting them, but right now, I think everybody that's checked out the humble Capcom Rising bundle can agree that it's an awesome deal. It's the same as every humble bundle. You pay whatever price you want. The $1 tier will get you Strider, Umbrella Corps, and DMC Devil May Cry. That alone is really good. If you beat the average of $7.32, you get an upgrade to Umbrella Corps, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, Resident Evil HD Remaster, Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, and Resident Evil 6. And then if you pay $12 or more, you also get Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 3 Apocalypse Edition. Now, these are also all Steam codes, so I know that's a big deal. And some of you guys were asking me how this works. Do you get to keep the games? Yes, you just get the games. There's no trickery going on here. You pay whatever you want, and depending on whatever you pay, you get keys for all of those games. And then I'll get a little bit of the back end as well, so you can support the channel that way. I always appreciate that. So enough with that, let's talk about more exciting news. I've been talking about emulation recently. We've seen that an original Xbox emulator is on the way, and a PS3 emulator has been under work for a while, known as RPCS3, and it is actually playing Persona 5, legit playable. There's a video that the team uploaded and the game is running really well. It's the PS3 version of the game and it actually looks playable. Now, I did notice some hiccups in the video and apparently it is crashing sometimes, but this is an amazing amount of improvement over what they showed off last time. And they have a post on their site, and in response to the question, is Persona 5 really playable, they say this, quote, "Yes, a few people have already beaten the entire 100+ hour long game in RPCS3, so essentially every issue is known to the developers. And all of the critical problems have been fixed, as the game looks more or less fine, performs more or less fine, and is probably beatable now without any strange hacks and workarounds. We classify it as playable, but not perfect. One important aspect of this is that the Persona 5 engine is frame rate unlocked, so to speak. That is, the game runs at full speed at almost any frame rate like most PC games do, for example. The actual interval where it runs at full speed is 15 to 60 FPS, and for example, an overclocked Haswell i5 can expect to play the game at about 10 to 20 FPS in school and around Tokyo, and about 20 to 30 FPS in dungeons and battles. So yes, it is not the ideal experience. Would I rather have the game on PC? Yeah, and it probably even plays better on the PS3 itself or the PS4, but this is a huge step in the right direction for RPCS3, and if this continues to progress, and it seems to be progressing at a rapidly quick rate, the possibilities are endless. And if a PS3 emulator is working fully on PC, even if you need to have higher end hardware, well, that just opens the floodgate to so many great games being playable with this emulator. You're talking about The Last of Us, Uncharted, the first Ni no Kuni game. Ni no Kuni 2 is coming over to PC, but the first game still not to be found. There's a lot of great games that were exclusive to the PS3. I personally think that the PS3 arguably has one of the best exclusive lineups of any console ever. The reason for that was Sony was really behind against the Xbox 360, and their real method to beating the Xbox 360 was, well, let's release as many exclusives as we can. Not all of them sold well, but you had so many great games like Resistance, like I said, Last of Us, Uncharted, and if I could play those in any way on PC, yeah, I'll definitely take it. Now we're getting closer and closer to that being reality, and that is just very exciting. And as you guys probably know, Persona 5 is a phenomenal game, just a tremendous JRPG. Yes, it is a little bit more on the Japanese side, and I wouldn't recommend it as your first JRPG, but man, it's a terrific game with a great story, great gameplay, and great aesthetic design. Sega has said that the door is open for that game to come to PC at some point, so an emulator isn't really crucial for that game. At some point, I do expect that game to be on PC. However, games like Last of Us, Uncharted, I don't think we're ever going to see those on PC. The best that you're going to get is PlayStation Now, and I'm not a big fan of streaming games, so an emulator would be much preferable. And we've seen what we could do with PCSX2, the PS2 emulator, up-res games, make them look really good. And yeah, it's probably still years out before we could do that with the PS3 emulator, but if we could get to that at some point, that's going to be great. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the potential of a PS3 emulator? I know I am. If you haven't checked out emulators, make sure you do. They're one of the best features on PC. I just absolutely love them. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.